Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rap. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rap. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo.
What's happening, people? Y'all know what time it is. It's about that time. It's actually that time, so we're going to get this thing going, man. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo.
And that's a cop.
And we getting this thing going, people. As I've always told you before.
Lowe's late. Oh, my bad.
That ain't what I've always told you before. But as you said, as you see, Angelo is not here, but he's on his way. And
he has a Pittsburgh Steelers hangover.
Oh, God.
He wouldn't show his ass up in here after that.
Look, I'm so glad you're in.
I know we had to call him.
I thought you was going to grab his.
So
I thought you was going to grab his.
You're not going to not show up because of Pittsburgh Steelers lost?
Look,
and
I thought he was going to grab his necklace. I thought he was going to grab it. I'm so glad you didn't see it. But yeah, Angelo's on his way, man. He'll be here shortly.
And that's the truth.
But listen, if you are looking at us live, you are in the right place. But what I need for you to do is that button over there. It is a heart button. If you touch that button, it's going to go up, and you're going to see a whole bunch of emojis, or as I like to call them, emoticons. They're going to pop up. And I just need you to keep touching them. Just keep hitting them. Just keep hitting them. Because when you hit them, it's going to help our
algorithm
go up. And again, people, we need for you to share this thing. Go on, share it, because somebody else is going to look at this. Somebody else is going to look at this later. Oh, you know what? Let me stop right now because I need to turn my ring off. So I told you we live, y'all. You got your ring off, bro?
Of course I do.
We're here in a minute.
Who
But
do you think I am? My co-host, I take the hit all the time, but hey.
But listen, people, as I've said before, man, you need to go ahead and get this thing. You're doing all this stuff for these other shows, the Shannons, what they call them, drink champs, where all they do is get high and get drunk on the show, and y'all are following them and sharing them like crazy. Man, we're a wholesome.
Hodges Twins, good shows like that.
We're a wholesome crew up here. You know, we smoke a cigar or two. Every now and then we have to think about what we're going to say before we say it, but at least we think about it before we say it. Those folks, they just say it. I told you it was already off. He said it was off.
I can't believe that
and he
shit.
Still can't turn it down. It's just going, so we just going to listen to me talk
It's a
two
new
times.
phone. It's a new phone. You got three buttons to get the red button you told me
we-
about. I pressed it. It didn't work.
He's moving up in the world. He got like 3 phones now. You know, he's doing some things on the backside of the. He don't want everybody in this business, so I ain't gonna talk about that. How you doing, though, brother? Everything good with you, man?
Oh man, it was real good. Philadelphia did the same thing the Steelers did, but what did I say about that quarterback? Anyway, but the best were going to good this year.
But you know what? You know what's crazy? What you say
College
about that
killing.
quarterback? Somebody posted something about they put his stats next to Patrick Mahomes' stats, and against his stats, they was like at the bottom of it. It was like, see, I told you. What the hell is he doing? He's actually not a quarterback. But under Patrick Mahomes, which had the same stats, the identical stats, it said, look at him. He's magical. How did he do it again?
He's a quarterback. He's 100% a quarterback. I'm just saying put it this way, if you had a choice between him and Lamar.
I mean, yeah, but
he's good, man. I'm just frustrated right now.
But why do you think that there's the difference of opinion in regards to something like that coming at Jalen that way when he has the exact same stats that?
Well, because Patrick Mahomes is more now. He'll get mobile and he'll roll out.
Could it be because
but it's
Jalen has a
straight
black wife and Patrick Mahomes doesn't?
No, I really just think it's any black mobile quarterback. They try to say he's this or that. The Washington quarterback, though, he's switching that up.
Yeah.
But yeah, they want it's a negative thing. So I'm not attacking him for that reasons. I'm just attacking him for when we need him to pull through. Lately, he hasn't been doing it since late last year.
Last week, y'all didn't have a chance, though. Not without all your people out. He couldn't have pulled that out.
Well, that's
The
that's
receivers he was
between
playing.
Lamar
The receivers he
and
was
the rest
playing
of the
with
league.
should have been out there
Lamar
on
would've
Sundays
got
playing
him
flag
something-
football.
Got him something.
Yeah,
nah,
yeah.
man, I was just frustrated with the way they lost.
Understood. As you can see, I'll get. Can't call it guest anymore, man. What is this? 3 weeks straight? You know, popped up on us.
I don't know. You
Yeah,
tell me.
about 3 weweeks straight. Jae Sunray.
Yep.
First time I got it right without asking her to say it first. Because usually I just tell her to introduce herself. How you doing?
Right.
How you
I'm
doing?
doing
All right?
awesome. How you doing?
Good deal. I ain't got no complaints. I could, but ain't nobody really listening. So I just
Facts.
keep it moving. How
about the Giants?
I was a little
about them
concerned.
Oh, the Giants are still the Giants. We lost. That's what we do. And
JT.
again, the thing about knowing your team ain't shit is that you don't have pressure. I can look at football. Can't nobody come at me and say, your team ain't shit. I'm like, man, tell me something different. It's like coming to me and say, man, you ain't got no damn hair on your head. What? I know that. Come to me and talk about my Giants. I know we not shit. Well, but I'm a G, deep. But at the same time, I understand we not good. So there's no need of having that pressure. One of my best friends, man, I keep telling him, keep your blood pressure down, bro. He texted me the other night, I'm not gonna watch him again. I'm like, bro, I don't watch them unless they happen to be on free TV. I'm not going to
about 5 years.
I'm not going to a sports bar. Exactly. I have not been to a sports bar to watch my Giants. The only time I look at them is when they are free on television. I can watch them in the comforts of my own home. And
So
I
you're
can,
not a
I can drink.
diehard.
I'm a die hard. I'm dying hard. What are you talking about? I'm dying
saying
hard.
You won't even go to
No,
to
I'm
watch
not.
them. To,
Hey, what am I giving them money for right now? Come on now. Now when they come to
if
Atlanta,
they had that energy,
Now,
from
when
your
they-
camaraderie, maybe with the other people.
when they
in
come
the
to Atlanta,
room
I'm
that you-
going down there to the Jordan. Man, I'm going down there like we are Super Bowl contenders.
Yeah, Phillies cost me on a couple
But
parlays.
I'm gonna go to tell you I'm gonna kick it. But I'm not going to go to a sports bar and spend $150 to see that quarterback from Duke University be doo-doo. I just can't do it. When I can sit at home and drink my liquor, as I drink it,
JT, I was concerned. Earlier you said that we were wholesome. Is that the word we want to use?
Yes.
Well, some of us are. Some of us are.
See, you see how that went? Look, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we the Cosbys.
Okay. That's what's up.
Oh no,
That's what's up.
no, my bad. Hold up, pause. We not the Cosbys.
All right, Bill.
You know what?
How's it going, Bill?
You know what? We good times. Let's go back to good times. We good times.
Watch your drink.
Oh yeah. Oh wow.
Hey, Lo, I would told everybody why you're late, so you just come on.
So listen, man. We had some deaths that happened. Within the last 48 hours. We're just gonna go over one of them right now. Pete Rose, baseball's all-time hit leader. Charlie Hustle, manager that actually bet on the game, banned from the game. Bet on his team to win as a manager. Of course, the debate always with Charlie Hustle is going to be, why didn't you let him in the Hall of Fame for what he did as a player? Because he didn't bet as a player. He only bet as a manager. Because you have people that actually goes into the Hall of Fame as a player, and then some goes in as a manager. So why couldn't he get in as a player? What you think about that, bro?
I think
Real
he
quick.
definitely deserves to get in because you got to look at some of the other players that they cheated while they were playing. Bonds, McGuire, the Holy Grail. McGuire, you can't say nothing about McGuire, but they'll dog the shit out of Bonds and Canseco. But when you look at what they did, actually cheated while they were playing with performance enhancing drugs, and then he did something as a manager, but as a player, he's one of the greatest ever. And it broke the guy's heart because he could be talking about his daughter getting married, but they won't let me in. It's so important to him. That's baseball was his whole life.
His son, Pete Rose Jr. So think about that. Your dad is banned from baseball, and your son is coming through, and his name is your name, Junior. Mm-hmm. So he can't escape it. He can't escape it at all. Pete Rose couldn't go see him play. I think he got to see him play once, and they made him leave the stadium or something like that. But I think it was sad. They just had a documentary on him. I think it was sad that they just never let him back into baseball because Pete Rose wasn't baseball. I don't know who the hell is. You know what I'm saying? So I know you're not a big sports fan,
Not at all. Not at all. I've heard of him, but I just didn't follow
Well, you
him.
watch baseball. Pete Rose is one of the greatest.
Yeah. Listen,
hit the pause
we're
button and not
going,
the volume
because Angelo just got here, so we're gonna go ahead because the other things we want to talk about. I want to make sure he can make sure that he can be a part of that conversation. So listen, man, we will be right back. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo.
Look at this shit, take this shit. And that's a cop. I'm just disappointed in that. I want to continue with this. What I said this because we kind of harped on women, but I think there's too many men that take the easy way out. When a woman tells you can't see your kids, take her to court. If you can wear $500 shoes, got rims on your car, or you drive an expensive car, you can take her ass to court and get your visitation and force it. So I'm tired of putting it all on the woman. If you're a man, you should want to see your kids. I don't know how many times I'm about to say his name. I had this kid that's playing college ball right now. His bastard ass daddy never saw him play a single time. And this kid, 2 touchdowns a game, never saw his kid. And so to me, that's the worst person in the scenario. If you got a son or a daughter and you're not involved in their life, well, just sum it up a little bit, you're a piece of shit. I just want to say, man.
All right, y'all. We're back. We are back. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo.
And that's a cup.
And as you can see, Angelo has made his entrance into the building. How you doing, homie?
What's good, man? What's good, man? Had a late meeting, ran over, but we in the building. We in the building, man. I heard a whole bunch of been chit chat, but you know, let's go, man. I'm ready to rock. We ready to rock. Shout out to Breast Cancer Awareness Month, man. You know, I had to start the month all right, giving love. You know, somebody had to fight this deadly disease of cancer, so you know, wanted to show that immediately for October. Did y'all talk about my man, the greatest TV dad on?
Not yet. Coming up.
We had to say that to
we
you,
spoke
man.
about, Pete Rose, Charlie Hustle.
I know you had a bad weekend, man.
yeah.
Pittsburgh, then him. Damn.
Hey, man.
Now weekend, I guess we can
Eagles
talk
win
about.
this weekend? Okay. I wanted to check my stats. That's all. All right, okay. Now you hear that sign? Now we can move on. I told him I'm a great counterpuncher.
All I know is the Falcons won. That's all I know.
That's all we
not
know.
a Falcons fan. Y'all gonna be heartbroken as usual.
I mean, I was actually at a bar that it's actually a really nice bar that has a St. Louis theme type of bar, and no, Louisiana, and they so they were all for it's like a Saints bar, what have you. The person that invited me, I went with a couple of people, and so they were for the Saints. So I don't even follow football, so I was just there, and of course y'all can educate me because I felt like since I'm from Atlanta, I'm gonna win either way. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Because I'm with the Saints fans, but I'm in Atlanta, so I wasn't mad that
You're wrong in the sports world because those are
right.
Those are two bitter rivals. You gotta be there.
The only way you could be right with that is if you was actually in New Orleans at one of their tailgates and you decided not to talk any shit after y'all lost. Because they'll treat you right as long as you don't talk no shit. Mm-hmm. You start talking shit, then you're gonna be hungry or you might be eating the wrong food. But they're very hospitable to the fans if they'll take their losses gracefully.
That's what's up.
They'll do that. But also had a great humanitarian, Mr. Dikembe Mutombo, passed away at the young age of 58. I didn't know this, but they said that he had been battling brain cancer for a while.
Yeah.
I've met the man a couple of times, and he is one of the few athletes or entertainers that I've met that actually will hold a conversation with a fan and actually listen to them. You know, there are a lot of them out there that are, yeah, hey, how you doing, and take the picture. But Dikembe would actually sit there and talk to you and respond to you in regards to what you asked him or said to him or whatever. So, you know, big loss there to the NBA world. It's going to be interesting to see what the NBA does.
Yeah.
Because Dikembe had a lot of stuff going on in the world.
His home country.
Yeah, with his country,
Schools,
Atlanta.
businesses,
I mean, every place that he's played, he's been a big imprint on that area. Philly, Atlanta, Denver. Where else did he play? Those are the main three. But yeah, he's always been one to get into the community and really do something. So it's going to be interesting to see because the NBA is good for it. They usually you know, rock like that. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do for him. And then the first television dad, you know, everybody like to call, you know, it's the Heathcliff Huxtable, the American television dad. But actually, most of us can identify more with James Evans as the dad in that black household. But John Amos passed away. He actually passed away in August. The family, you know, put the news out today. He's been battling some things for a while. You know, we mainly know him for James Evans, also Kunta Kinte and Roots. Another one was Mr. McDowell. You know, what is it? Coming to America. You know, he's done a lot of different things, but you know, as far as our culture, he also, I'm sure you know, the reason why he ended up leaving Good Times.
Of course.
So we, you know, this is our Good Times #1 fan here. So I'm gonna let him go into that one in regards to what he did for the culture back then.
Well, as far as Good Times goes, you know, he was tired of the stigma of a black man with family orientation, you know what I mean, not be able to advance. You know, if you know the history of the show is based on lady who played Florida Evans when she was on Maude. You know what I mean? She was the maid, and they ended up getting her a spinoff, and they wanted her to be a single mom, and she refused to take the show to be a single mom because she was tired of that stigma.
Yeah, right.
And when they brought on, and she said she wanted to have a husband, and you know, she pretty much demanded that John Amos be that guy, and that's how they went for it. And you know, and then he wanted certain things for the dad to represent, and they were against. They started fighting a lot of that stuff. You know, he wanted to see progression. He wanted to be the Cosby dad.
Right.
You know what I mean, he wanted to see
But they
advancement.
wouldn't let that happen back then.
But they wouldn't let it happen. They wanted to keep them in that scenario. And so, you know, he broke off and left the show for that reason. But it's sad, you know, based on how, you know, things ended. Because like you said, the family just acknowledged his death, which happened, you know, last month. And it's a lot of due to a lot of inner fighting of the son and the daughter.
Yeah.
You know, so it's really, really sad. You know what I mean? You just hope and pray that it ended up in a some kind of nice space, because it just seemed like the last few times you saw him, it was more heartbreak than health. Yeah. You know what I mean? To watch your two kids fight and accuse and attack. So real sad, but hey man, he's my favorite TV dad of all time, on my favorite show of all time, man. And rest in heaven, good brother. James Evans, brother John Amos.
Rest in peace, brother.
Rest in peace. I think he still had a point about maybe wanting to see some progression, but at the same time, that was a lot of people's reality back then. That struggle and being held down systematically. It
100%.
even looked like they lived in the bricks, you know.
100%.
Yeah. You know, they especially back, or it's still doing it now. I know that for a fact. But in
Right.
regards to the projects, they gift the apartment to the next of kin once somebody passes away.
I didn't know that.
If you're on the lease for that apartment in the projects, at least they do this in New York City anyway. They gift the apartment to the next of kin. And I think that in his eyes, he wanted it to look different. He wanted somebody to see different. It wasn't like we had cable. That was what people were looking at. So I think what he wanted to do was, you're right, it was a true description in a way of what a lot of us was going through. But I think what he wanted to see is, this is a true description of what you're going through, but it doesn't have to be exactly what you keep going through.
Facts.
And because they wouldn't let him do it, they had to, they ended up killing him off. At least they didn't do what a lot of men were doing back then. They could have done that, but I think because he left the way he did, they could have made it to where he just left instead of being killed off.
Well, they gave him. They wanted to leave the door open for him to return. They want him to back down, but he stood 10 toes down, which again shows the character of the man, because in those days, the paychecks weren't
Right.
Right.
So to
Totally different.
So to
Yeah, he
stand
walked
10
away from
toes
money,
down,
yeah.
to stand on it, says a lot about the character of the man, and what he stood for. But
Totally different.
yeah, he just want to see progression.
Yep.
Yeah.
Football player, got drafted. Did he get drafted or was he a free agent? Then got cut
No,
on the second
he
day.
was drafted.
He was drafted. Then he
Yeah,
got
he was
cut like the
injured and
second
got
day
cut.
for a hamstring pull.
Yeah.
They cut him. Then I think he played with one other team for a game or something like that, and that was it.
Number one fan said he started off as Gordy the Weatherman on the Mary Tyler Moore Show.
Yep.
That's right. Mm-hmm. And on the Moore Show,
Mary
with
Tyler
Curtis
Moore
James
Show,
Florida
that's going way
introduced. Yeah. Yeah, man, it's dope. It's dope. Great life. Like I said, rest in heaven to that brother.
All right, so again, rest
And real
in peace
quick,
to the families
Frank
of all of
chimed
those.
in on Mutombo says hospital in the Congo, and his philanthropy across the Africa was huge. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Gentle Giant.
Yeah,
Can't make Mutombo.
I'm sure.
I reached out to Don the
that-
other day about it. They, it was
I'm
caught
sure
all
there's
of them
going to
off
be a
guard.
lot of. I'm sure that there's already a foundation or two out there that the Kimbe has already founded. But I'm hoping that some of these players, the NBA, will get something going again in his name. Keep that dream going. All right, moving on. Gettysburg College in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. A young man had the N-word carved in his chest. On Friday, September 6th, this is a statement from the family. On Friday, September 6th, our son became the victim of a hate crime. The incident took place at a gathering of swim team members. It is important to note that he was the only person of color at this gathering. The reprehensible act was committed by a fellow student athlete, someone he considered as a friend, someone with who he trusted. The student used a box cutter to etch the N-word across his chest. In less than 48 hours after the incident, our son, as in the black kid, was interviewed by the members of the coaching staff and ended up being dismissed, not suspended, from the swim team. The punitive action was taken prior to the commencement of the Office of Student Rights and Responsibilities' own investigation. Does not appear that it to have followed the policies and procedures stated in the Gettysburg College Student Athlete Manual. I found out about this last Wednesday. Some friends of mine out of Texas asked me to get on their podcast, and they were talking about it, and I was so it actually came out last week, but it actually happened 2 weeks prior, three weeks prior to last week. It's something that hasn't hit the news. Supposedly used a box cutter. The kid. This was a kid that he supposedly really trusted. That was like he considered one of his friends. He was on a swim team. Of course, Gettysburg College, I think it said it's like 11% or 12% African American. And I actually, when I was on this show with these other folks, I saw people that said things like, "What the hell he doing at that college anyway?"
Wow. Wow.
They were saying stuff like, they was actually blaming the victim in this. Supposedly the person that did this, he's not in class anymore. He wasn't suspended from school, but he left the school. Some of the other teammates actually reported what happened, but my thing is, if you reported it, that means you saw it. So what does that say? And who really thought racism like this was still relevant in America today?
It really confused me when I was reading the article, because just me knowing that this was either an older child or an adult, was he held down? There had to be other people involved, because you are not just going to let someone cut on you with a box cutter. And I may have misread it, because I thought they said that he didn't report it to 2 weeks later.
They didn't.
And then they did suspend the perpetrator. Okay, so they did.
They didn't.
Okay.
He left. And now I don't know if this kid actually got suspended. This is what the parents said. When I first read it, they said that he was not in class or not on campus after the incident. But getting kicked off the swimming team and not going to class, two totally different things.
What I read today was he was the guy who did it was suspended.
Okay.
But it wasn't reported initially, and the kid who was cut doesn't want to press charges.
Yes,
I
that's
did,
part.
yeah, I was
That's
getting to
the
that
part
part.
that got me.
He didn't want to press
that's what
charges.
blew me away.
So it makes you wonder what the incident was.
Was
it
there
some
some
kind of
tomfoolery going on?
Was it some buffoonery going on? Was it some pledging scenario going on? What was the actual scenario for you to do that and to not be willing to press charges on
Tomfoolery.
it? You know what I mean? It didn't sound like anybody was being held down. It sounded like, may have been we doing something to each other. You know what I'm saying?
You go first.
You go first.
Yeah.
We don't know what it is.
I agree.
And it end up being
Nigga.
Yeah.
that ended up being what he put on there. You know what I
Right.
mean? That's what it sounded
And
like.
there's
to
probably
me.
a lot of alcohol involved.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm sure it was a lot of alcohol.
Yeah,
and
'cause
probably,
I was going to get to that. It was never, the police are not investigating because it was never reported to the police.
Yeah, so-
Still hasn't been reported to the police.
They said the campus actually told him they told him to go ahead and report it, and he declined to report it.
That's why there's
So
more to the
I'm-
story.
That's why
gotta
it
be
just
more
seems
to-
like there's
yeah.
more going on
Tomfoolery.
than right.
Yeah,
right.
I did. I
Right.
put it down here. I did see where there was a report out. There was a report in the area. One of the news reporters asked a question that nobody else wanted to ask. He said, "Was this a self-inflicted wound?"
I don't think it was self-inflicted.
That's rough.
But it was definitely. It definitely seemed like it wasn't.
There was some
It was
part-
more. It was more. He wasn't. It sounded like he wasn't anticipating what was going to be written on there.
Or it was a
carved
tape
on
of
there.
it, and he was down with something or doing
Definitely.
some tomfoolery type stuff, and he didn't want the whole story to get out, so he's not. Come on, man! Somebody press the one. I got to have that ass, and then if I don't do that, and then you don't want the police to press charges, yeah, there's some tomfoolery going on, and he just don't want all the whole truth to get out.
Bingo.
But you've seen there was this show on, I don't remember what network. It was one of them little stupid shows where people would tattoo stuff on the other person. Y'all seen that before? They would tattoo something. You wouldn't know what the tattoo was until after they finished.
That wasn't a black show.
No, but it was on TV. It was MTV. They would tattoo something, and you don't know what the other person tattooing until afterwards. You know what I mean?
But a box
this-
cutter is just.
But I'm just saying,
preposterous.
certain people do just things that
Yes.
other people just don't do.
Yes.
And if you're at a school with 11%, and that's probably being,
Yeah,
spiking it up.
yeah. It's Gettysburg, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
It's Gettysburg,
That
Pennsylvania.
11% was probably all,
The staff.
So,
and when I say the staff, I'm talking about the professors.
Right.
Yeah, I think it's way more to the story that they ain't releasing. You
Yeah, but not to press charges means to me, you as a volunteer.
You're a volunteer or you're some way involved or you were doing stuff that would lend them to believe that you wanted that to be put on your chest.
Maybe not wanted it, but just didn't anticipate
There's
it.
nowhere in the world you don't look down and see. When he got to the end, well, what is he putting? National? Got the I, he's like, what is
Right.
Nike? Why would you put Nike on me?
But you gotta figure,
come
figure
on,
if
bro.
somebody's carving in you, you're probably not watching it because I would assume there's some level of pain, something. You know what I mean? So you're probably not even looking at it. You know what I mean? I don't think you're sitting there watching. How could you sit there and look at that joke? You couldn't even see it. Realistic.
But I
I
was
just
thinking the
can't.
same thing though. Did he? That was my other thought. Like, did he do it himself?
Hey, I bet you won't do
Because it
this.
just doesn't-
How much you gonna bet me?
Something's
$25.
just weird-
Okay.
weird about that.
Yeah.
He said, "I make sure the whole swim team swam with one leg." He thought he was one of them. Yeah. He definitely thought he was one of them, and they always remind you.
You should have woke
Some
up.
shape, form,
Real
and
quick.
fashion, they always remind you.
Real quick. Just take that. His reminder was this.
Just when you get comfortable.
Usually the reminder is not as extreme. It's usually, listening to music or if you mess around and mess with one of their women, they say something. But to actually, all right.
Yeah, he would
crazy.
have to be super drunk, super something.
All right, man, listen, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo.
And that's a cop. I want to continue with just what I said this because we kind of harped on women, but I think there's too many men that take the easy way out. When a woman tells you can't see your kids, take her to court. If you can wear $500 shoes, got rims on your car, or you drive an expensive car, you can take her ass to court and get your visitation, enforce it. So I'm tired of putting it all on the woman. If you're a man, you should want to see your kids. I don't know how many times I'm about to say his name. I had this kid that's playing college ball right now. His bastard ass daddy never saw him play a single time, and this kid 2 touchdowns a game. Never saw his kid. And so to me, that's the worst person in the scenario. If you got a son or a daughter and you're not involved in their life, well, it's just sum it up a little bit, you're a piece of shit.
right, y'all. We back. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo.
And that's a cop.
We're gonna keep this thing going, man. Hey, but again, as I said before, man, I need for you to hit that heart button. The emojis, or as I like to call them, the emoticons, they're gonna pop up. Then I want you to hit those. So when you hit those, it's gonna help our
algorithm. My bad, man. I'll read the comments. See, I'm now starting the show all right, man.
Oh, he got you again.
Nah, I was traumatized by Jalen Hurts' play.
I was too. We both was. I lost money 3 weeks in a row with that nigga, boy. Good God.
And also, man, need for y'all to share this thing. Go over those comments real quick.
I think the name of the show is How Far Is Tattoo. See, Robbie's even know. That was a show. I'm telling you, it was actually a show. But nah, that was all the comments thus far though. Then we don't like to talk about this. I read his comment already. I make sure the whole swim team thought was one of them. Mom, aunt say, hey, yeah, we good to go.
All right,
keep it moving.
All right. As y'all know, Hurricane. What was it? Was it Helen or Helena? What was the chick's name? Helene. Okay, yeah, Hurricane Helene.
She was a bad mother.
Yeah, she was strong, man.
You gonna jump in on that, man?
They said when she hit land in Florida, she was gonna be a Category 4, and by the time she was getting up this way, it's supposed to be a Category 1. Well, actually, when she got up here, she was still holding strong at a Category 2, and it really came through Atlanta. Came through pretty harshly too. I was lucky enough to where I only had a little bit of flooding in the deep part of my backyard, but Augusta, man, my cousins, they were actually on their way to North Carolina for a memorial service. Got to Augusta to get some gas and could not leave.
Yeah, Frank, and he mentioned the other day on one of the chats, his parents, live in Augusta, and they were without power.
Yeah.
For a minute. So I hope everything's better now, Frank. But yeah, it tore Augusta up.
Yeah.
Hinesville, Midway,
South Georgia,
all my people down there in
way.
Hinesville, they were talking about it.
Their power's still off. Her friend's her power's been off. I was just talking to her.
Yeah.
And her power's been off since it happened.
And if you ever driven to Augusta from Atlanta going through 20, it's up and down. It's peaks and valleys. Another friend of mine, he was on his way home. He had to turn around because he said because they kept, detouring him off of 20, and he been out there 2 hours and some change. He said, man, I was nowhere. He said he hadn't even gotten to Sparta, Georgia yet, so he turned around and came back home. But y'all know any family members, anything, or any friends that's got really affected by it? I know we had a guy in the flag football community where a tree fell on his house.
I got a couple of friends, like I said, they haven't had power since it happened, and the thing that they're upset about, they're having to go out and buy water because it's not even being supplied.
What area are they in?
And they can't get water nowhere because everybody bought it all out at stores because of the strikes.
Right. Everybody think this, because all the water in the stores is being purchased.
I know they were showing North Carolina was still, like, they said people are
it's tornado warning still in North Carolina.
Really?
Yeah.
Left and right.
And they said the death count's going to go up.
stranded.
They haven't located everybody.
Yeah, I was talking to my mom, and I could hear it on the news in the background. They had a tornado warning for some part of North Carolina, not her area, but then you think about it. It went all the way up to Boone, North Carolina, which is past Charlotte in the mountains, and that thing was still strong enough to, tear houses and stuff up that far inland. Usually those type of storms, they lose the power as they're going through. But it went all the way up to Boone, North Carolina, was, but still with plenty of power. Okay, moving on. Second moon in Earth's orbit. On Sunday, September 29th, my birthday, Earth captured a second moon that will accompany our planet on its journey around the sun for the next 2 months. The clingy space rock is actually a near-Earth asteroid named 2024 Part 5.
That's the name?
That's the name of it. 2024 Part 5. So that means there was a Part 1, 2, 3, and 4 in 2024. It measures an estimated 33 feet, 10 meters wide, about the length of a school bus. My first time ever hearing about a secondary moon. Has anybody else ever heard of something like that?
Yeah, I've heard of it before.
God, dog. He said two
You
sons on
something.
Superman.
Yeah.
Hey
The
man,
earth is flat.
hey man, you might be on to something. You might have to start looking at some of them old superhero movies and recognizing what the future, which is actually us right now, what's about to happen.
Man, let's face facts, man. We don't know what's out there in orbit. We have no clue. Just like we don't know what's down in the ocean. We have no clue. You know what I mean? They've never gotten to the bottom of the ocean. They don't know what the bottom
Star
of the
Trek
ocean
is real.
is.
You know, NASA actually admitted that there is other lives,
I believe it is.
other life.
Who are we to
I should
say it's
out
not?
there. Right,
Right.
right.
You know what I mean? Who are we to say it's not?
God was busy.
You can't get out there. So, you know, we don't have no clue what's out there. That's just the reality. Robert said, happy belated birthday, JT.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Mom
Appreciate
said a
that.
tree fell on my brother's car. And he had a wreck out there, but luckily he was okay. But yeah, we don't know what's out there in orbit, man. You know, like I said, we've never been to the moon.
You haven't?
Huh?
I couldn't hold it.
No.
I couldn't even hold it.
Yeah, I don't smoke. Yeah, I ain't never been to the moon.
I've never
Miss
partaken
Phoenix
in
said
cannabis.
she gonna help him get to the moon.
funny. The Florida? I thought you remember that story, huh?
He was close. He was close. He didn't get
All the way from
He
Georgia to Florida,
He
boy.
didn't get all the way there. He
I ate a moon one
thought
time
he
when I
was
was
there.
drunk.
He thought he was there. He didn't get there.
I was part one, too. That's
2024 part 1.
That's hilarious. That's funny. That's a true story.
All right. Okay, now this one. Iran attacks Israel. Is this conflict the new norm, and why is the world turning a blind eye to a crisis that could set up the Middle East, that could set the Middle East ablaze? Low and Ascocop is going to break this all down.
I'm going to turn it over to Ashley Cop. This is his thing right here.
How many times did I tell you exactly what's happening right now? How many times? I told you. And I just think it's like this. Best way to put it is somebody has a Rottweiler that bites and he's in your neighborhood. You need to have that motherfucker trained to heal and come and stay. And we've helped out Israel because a tragic incident occurred. And they got their pound of flesh. But now Israel has decided a pound's not enough, and they're taking 24, 26, and 27 pounds. And they're using our military might, because we shot down those missiles. We shot down those missiles that were coming in. If it wasn't for our AWACS planes, they wouldn't know a lot of the stuff that's going on. Our drones, our Prowler drones. So, and we had Special Forces boots on the ground. So we've done so much for them. And our anti-missile batteries are all around Tel Aviv and everywhere else. So they're not taking casualties. So by not taking casualties, that's just like, you know, be a little humble. They got their pound of flesh. Now they went to 13 pounds. Now they're basically clearing out Gaza so they can put a fence around it, rebuild it, and let in who they want. And the world's taking a blind eye. And don't get me wrong, I back Israel to get their revenge, but now it's going past that. The same people that got upset, remember when they saw white people dying when Russia kicked off in Ukraine's ass, everybody in America had the Ukrainian flag behind them.
Yeah, they did.
And what Russia did pales in comparison to what Israel did. And I'm just saying, if we're going to have
That's true.
U.S. dollars supporting any military, and I agree with us assisting Ukraine because Ukraine helped us in the Middle East. So I'm all for that. They were in Afghanistan, one of the few countries that actually put troops on the ground that could actually fight. And now we did the same thing in Israel because Israel's always been an ally. But like I said, somebody needed to get the leash out and a choke collar and train them how to sit because they're out of control. Exactly. Sit your ass down. It's our money. You're not going to just keep it going because what's going to end up happening, mark my word, if we keep on letting Israel do what they want with our armament and our weapons, what's going to end up happening, you're going to draw. You already got Iran into it because you punked
That's
them.
what's gonna happen.
Doing strikes in Lebanon, that's like somebody getting mad at somebody lobbing some missiles into Texas, and then like, what the hell are you gonna do about the U.S.? We're gonna do something about it. So you can't put your on Islam's head and think that other Islamic countries aren't gonna say, hey, what the hell, and get in it too. And that's the issue I have with it. I don't want U.S. soldiers and body bags coming back because it is an ally. If they jump hard, we're gonna have to jump, and we're gonna bomb them into the dark ages. But once the bomb is over, people, that means you got to get boots on the ground.
That's right.
And that's when you're gonna get casualties. That's my thing on it. I'm not saying don't support Israel, but you got to train that dog. That's all I got.
I can't argue with anything he said outside of just being more politically correct. I'm not gonna call him a dog. Because I don't want nobody to get mad at us.
No, but I'm saying that's what they've always been for us as an attack dog. They've been an attack dog. No, call it what it is. One of the reasons we 100% back
Frank,
Israel,
chime
because
in,
if not, we would have to have U.S. troops on the ground
you're
to
right.
control U.S. interests over there.
You're right.
So we've given them, they're the only country in the world that has the exact same warplanes we have. We don't sell them stripped down versions. They get the same thing. And they're great pilots, some of the best pilots in the world, and one of the higher performing militaries in the world. So we've assisted them, we backed them, but at some point you gotta bring them under control because they wouldn't be where they are without the U.S. keeping them from having body bags. Guaranteed, if we wouldn't have blocked those 700 or whatever missiles coming over in the air and they would have landed, you think Israel would have a same belly for a fight now? No, they wouldn't.
Right.
So you do agree that they are out of control at this point, or no?
I wouldn't say out of control. We need to bring them back into control because when they does shit, and he doesn't even let the U.S. president know, and he's doing it on our dollar. That's like you let me go to the bar and say, "Might have a few drinks," and I start popping bottles of Ace and Dom Perignon and everything else. Hey, bro, hey.
Right.
You know, I drink free anyway, but you know what I'm saying? But what if I went in and put 8 bottles on the tab? You say, hey, Mike, come on now. Right? And that's what they're doing. They were doing Billy Badass, picking fights. And you got to realize there's other countries in that region that we also support that have somewhat advanced U.S. weapons. Egypt, because Egypt, when we don't want Israel to do it, Egypt does our bidding in that region. And then you have Turkey, who keeps our, quote unquote, camps. We do our interrogations that we can't do on U.S. soil. We do it in Turkey. So you're effing with people that can fight back.
They can fight back.
And so don't think, man, nobody in the world right now. That's why China hasn't been openly supplying anything to Russia during the Ukraine war. They do it, but secretly, because they saw the way U.S. weapons in Ukrainians' hands kicked Russia's ass back to the dark ages. So China don't even want none. But you're picking with people and you're having a religious ideology that can turn to a jihad, and then we start getting U.S. troops killed because Israel wouldn't accept a pound of flesh. They had to have 15 pounds. Put the choke collar on them, choke them out, make them sit, heal. We still love you. Pat them on the head, tell them good boy, but stop it.
So basically, they writing checks for the U.S. to cash.
At some point, yes.
Yeah.
Because
I
we're
thought
our
that
allies.
was a
We're
war
going to fight
crime,
with them.
though, when you start killing children and women that are unarmed, and
No,
they told those people that they could come out and go to shelter and bomb them while they were on the route.
Well, what ends
going
up
to the
happening?
shelter.
What ends up happening a lot of times, if they come out of fire and it is a war zone. Back when Bush declared it a non-war zone, we hadn't had hardly any troops killed. And when they call it a non-war, at that point you got to go door to door. Israel hasn't done that, so a lot of things they're doing on the Geneva Convention they can do, but it's causing ridiculous amounts of casualties, and they're basically carpet bombing. They're not going boots on the ground and going door to door. It's saving their troops, but at what cost?
Right.
They built the next 90 generations of terrorists off of that extra act. Nobody in the region would have got upset if they would have got their pound of flesh, maybe go 2.5 pounds, but now they're working on 15 pounds. That's not a good look for the U.S. to be involved in it.
I agree.
Especially when you don't speak out on it. They just do it and everybody act like it didn't happen. Come on.
I agree.
What we
That's
looking
the
at
part
on
that's
time, boss
bothering
lady?
me.
5.
All right, 5 minutes. Okay. The port's shutting down. The U.S. port workers launched a strike during a labor dispute with the employers group United States Maritime Alliance after a 6-year contract expired. For the new contract, they want to increase wages by 77% over 6 years and bar any automation,
77%.
which they believe would threaten their jobs. Now, how do you think, or well, I'm sure you think, but how do you think that this is going to affect everyday life for us?
Not me. I was just saying clubs today. I was there right and early.
Well, I was sent the text today or yesterday, and she said, one of my sisters said that if it lasts longer than 2 weeks, there's going to be a problem getting toilet tissue, paper towels, soap, bleach, rice, canned goods, water, frozen vegetables, medical supplies, batteries, fruits, candles, laundry products,
Buy American.
and maybe some of your meds.
Buy American.
I agree.
I know that dude over there that be
agree.
posted up on Western
What
Chapel.
Toby
Boy, I
Keith
know he
said,
about to run his
boy,
prices
made
up
in
high.
America.
Yeah.
He be over there with a van full of toilet paper.
Western
and
Chapel,
he-
West End.
Yeah, he about to run his prices way up. We already hit him up. We hit him up about 2 weeks ago. So I know he about to get him good. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, what them guys were saying though is it wasn't as much as about the money as it was about the machines taking their jobs. That's really they're really more concerned about the job security, you know, and that's their big concern, and that's what the other side is not willing to really commit to. You know what I mean? It's about the job security, and they have a right to be concerned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
About that, you know what I mean? Because they're putting those machines in left and right, you know. And they got these robots, got all kinds of stuff, man. So they have a right to be concerned about their jobs, man. So that's really what the fight is about.
They got forklifts now that's actually can be worked from a computer. You can work 5 different forklifts at one time.
Wow.
Yeah. So
I bet that won't get built. Domestic
that's-
terrorism.
Yeah, that's
We,
something.
we definitely need to buy American and have more. I don't know. I just feel like the food in America in general is just mixed with so many different toxins and stuff. So we just need to, I don't know, do something more with the farmers here. Just having better everything, better produce, and
All right.
It's not the
Frank
issue
just
of-
came with something.
I don't think it's the issue of farmers. I think it's the issues of big farms push out all the small farmers. You have a situation. We had what's that guy's name? Yeah, sorry about the Nature Boy, but our Nature Boy came on, and more people need to come in and actually grow their own food, get back to that. But I think we forgot about the American farmer. And when that happened, that wasn't just Republicans, it was Democrats, all of them forgot about them. And now we're buying, okay, think about it. That's why you can't get good fruit unless you pay a lot of money and go to Whole Foods, because everything else is being shipped green from all these South American countries, Chile and different other, they're basically messing over the American farmer, Walmart, because Walmart buys the most, so they undercut everybody else. So now Walmart says, okay, we got everybody knocked out. Now we're gonna go to South America and buy because they get it cheaper, but you're paying what you'd pay if it was grown in America.
is
So
the
once they
seedless
knocked
coming
out
from
us-
there? Is the seedless coming from overseas?
Yeah, all of it's just, yeah.
You ever notice that you don't see fruit trees?
Well, that's it's
How it
it's
used to
genetically
be fruit
American.
trees?
It's just,
Fruit trees. They're all like male trees. I was
almost
just
told
seeing
that
something about that.
All right, we're
He
gonna
said
close.
things we don't like to talk about. Said AI will replace them in 2 years. That's the concern.
There you go.
That's the concern.
so they're gonna bring them to their knees before.
And
You
that-
you got to
and
look
that-
at it.
and
I think
that's-
this may be a
That's
test
a
case.
legitimate. That is. I mean, the jobs you could take away. I'm talking about. That's so serious. They got a right to be. I got a cousin out there. He's a part of that strike now, and Man, I mean, they have to be concerned, man. They got a
Support
right
the
to be concerned.
strikers. Everybody go out and get a bidet and be ready for it.
Real quick,
Oh,
Frank
you got that
said.
clap on when you got an actual one? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Frank said, "Sorry, missed most of Israel conversation, but he agrees with the cop." Oh man, we gotta write this one down too. October 1st. Frank agreed with the cop to an extent. U.S. will not let Israel take a huge loss, especially coming from Iran. Lots to unpack on conversation, not a simple explanation. That's facts. Listen to VP debate.
Oh, that's why he missed it, because he was listening to the debate.
Yeah, we're gonna turn it on as soon as it's over.
We about to go to break. We'll close out with our Diddler Chronicles. His attorney said the reason why he had that much baby oils was because he shops at Costco.
They don't.
And his attorney also spoke about Diddy being somebody that was being set up by the man. He's a black man that's doing well, so he's one of them people that they come to set up. And I don't agree with D.L. Hughley all the time, but D.L. Hughley said this. He said, listen, he said, that man is believing what he believes. So I will take him at his word for it. He said, but if all these people are setting this man up, he said, I want you to show me the agent that was in that hallway kicking Cass's ass. If you can show me that agent that set him up doing that, then we can believe what you're saying.
That's got nothing to do with the charges he's been charged with. He's a piece of shit.
It does not. Thank you. I know we gotta go, but thank you. It has nothing to do with the charges. Period. The charges are B, capital B,
Nah, he's a
capital
piece of shit.
S,
But
exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point.
What charges are on
The charges
On
on
who?
him are
On who?
garbage.
on Diddy?
Absolutely, it's garbage.
How?
If Cass,
We'll be right back. Classic Conversation with Jae Tea and Lo.
and that's the crap. I want to continue with this. What I said this because we kind of harped on women, but I think there's too many men that take the easy way out. When a woman tells you can't see your kids, take her to court. If you can wear $500 shoes, got rims on your car, or you drive an expensive car, you can take her ass to court and get your visitation and force it. So I'm tired of putting it all on the woman. If you're a man, you should want to see your kids. I don't know how many times I'm about to say his name. I had this kid that's playing college ball right now. His bastard ass daddy never saw him play a single time, and this kid 2 touchdowns a game. Never saw his kid. And so to me, that's the worst person in the scenario. If you got a son or a daughter and you're not involved in their life, well, let's just sum it up a little bit. You're a piece of shit.
Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo.
And that's a cop.
And we back. Let me tell you something. Y'all, boy. If y'all was sitting out there somewhere, y'all would be amazed at some of the stuff we talk
Yeah, we
about.
got
when
some
these
people
cameras
on this panel that's
turn
past
off.
liberal. They negative 19 on the liberal scale.
We're not doing closing.
Top five.
No
man.
closing. Okay. I want to make sure what order we're doing. Hello.
I know. I know. She was like, let's go there. Let's go there. What you got? What you got, Mike? What you close with, bro?
Okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. I was thinking, but anyway. I'll just say this, and it's on a Diddy situation. Diddy is not somebody I would want to be around, but I just find this funny that everybody black and everybody white in America is watching this and paying attention, and you had a bunch of models, actors, singers, everybody in Hollywood, who's who, and some people that weren't into that and were in politics with us. Some of the biggest basketball names, some of the greatest stars. All these people involved in it, and everybody wants to know the size of draws they had on that night, where the baby oil went. But the part that gets me is Epstein was doing juveniles, had an island, and the bookers never came out. Everybody wants to know the details of how many people Diddy had in the limo and how many of the singers and rappers is gay, but nobody wants to know what names are in that black book that caused the man that was on suicide watch to be able to hang himself with shoestrings he wasn't supposed to have. I call bullshit.
Hold up. We'll be right back.
No. She was just wrapping him up.
I thought we had to take a break. I thought something was going on over there behind the cameras up. Okay.
Nah.
Gotcha.
I didn't know either.
She was just trying to close the closing remarks.
I closed everybody, my bad.
What you got?
I didn't lost my train of thought. I just was replying to him about the Diddy case, but of course we don't have time for all of that. But it's just a little bit more going on than just people agreeing to do stuff. It's not just prostitution. That's all I want to say. It's not just prostitution.
The charges are though.
Shit get deep.
But I'm saying that you're saying like that prostitutes are already engaging. They want to be engaged in that, but they don't.
No.
Not necessarily. Okay, it's a whole lot of mind control. So that's what Diddy was using, mind control. And that's part of what racketeering is. Even if you're persuading someone, or even if you're giving them money, and you're taking them across states and whatever else to have them have sex with different people, that is racketeering. And we know that probably is what happened.
What was the most famous mansion in U.S. history?
You
Playboy Mansion.
Hefner.
A whole mansion named come on. Man, but it was that racketeering?
I don't know.
Because he
I
would
don't
thank
know.
you.
Hold up. What's it?
I don't know.
There's a president. His
Because-
name's coming to my mind. Kennedy. And who did he fly from California to everywhere he went? Marilyn Monroe. Yeah, you know that blonde that with the dress.
Diddy was using coercion. He was using violence. He was using a lot of other things.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll start off next week with the Diddler Chronicles. How about that?
Yeah. Because this just got really
and I'm wearing hip
interesting.
waders so I don't get shit all over me.
We go.
There's a whole lot to unpack. All right, top five. We're at the top. You got
Yeah, I ain't got nothing.
top five. All right, listen. We're gonna be somewhat creative right here. Give me your top five opening lyrics to any song or your favorite song. Something, just top five. Just when you hear the first lyrics, you know what it is.
Damn, well, you ain't lying. Yeah, you should have came with that top five as soon as we came back from break. Gonna need some time with that one. Top five. Ooh.
They are
damn.
grown, correct.
I already know that one.
Marilyn Monroe wasn't flown against her will. Facts. As everybody getting the top five together, I'm just reading the comments.
Right. Same thing I said.
Sanaa Lathan was a
Frank
part of a
said it.
threesome with Diddy, but was she coerced? Was she had mind control? Go ahead, Dwayne. You ready?
Okay. All right.
It's the opening lyrics. The opening lyrics.
Damn, man. This
I got it. Just waking up in the morning, gotta thank God.
There you go.
I don't know, but the day seems kind of odd.
I like it.
All right.
I like it.
This is one. You might have seen me in the streets, but nigga, you don't know me. When I holler, when you speak, remember you don't know me.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Okay. Dang.
Ray said, "Why don't you ask me to write a dissertation on Israel? Might be easier." Come on, man.
When I was in L.A., I was with my ex-girlfriend.
There you go, sing.
Confessions.
All right.
Because I didn't want to do the interlude.
cannot believe
That's
it. I
number
can't
3.
think.
Number 2.
I can't think of the first lyrics of the song.
Right.
Thinking too hard.
Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's the first of the month.
There you
Wake
go.
up,
There you
get
go.
up,
There you
get
go.
up. So I heard that. I heard that this morning. And last but not least, man, I got that swag. My hat matching my bag.
Yeah. You want to turn up a
You know
party?
I'm popping
Wayne got
tag.
Wayne got some good.
Cause when I got that swag, okay. I swear, and I swear, I'm on hypnotic, exotic. They fall on my body, got a bad head, but sorry, with my friend, like behind me.
Don't you record y'all? Don't you record y'all right now? Hey, the crew jamming over there. But the first time Melina showed his cue there.
First time, right?
Hey, we really know you was cue there.
Let it go.
He let it go.
Only thing missing is the gold
Boy,
boots.
don't hit the camera on y'all right now, boy.
All right, y'all, I'm out of breath. Hold on. Just swag certified my Crocs. All right, so when doves cry,
Okay.
dig if you will a picture.
Yes, sir.
You and I engaged with
in
a
a kiss.
I can't think of the name of the title, but I'm hopping out the coop with my titties out. Do you have a song is all I care about. I think this Childish Gambino.
Okay, that's why I don't know that one.
This is America.
This is America.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, the way it starts. Yeah.
Shy, the very first time that I saw your brown eyes.
All right.
And R.I.P. to a great one, Archie Eversole. We ready. We ready.
Yeah.
We ready for y'all.
We ready.
Tell him, boy, Atlanta. You ready?
All right.
Okay.
Okay, cool. I only have 4. First one is I ain't a killer, but don't push me.
I ain't a killer, but don't push me. All
That's
right.
one. Share my life. I know that's not hip hop. That's definitely
No, don't have to be
Whitney
hip hop. It's
Houston.
lyrics to a song.
Whitney Houston. Let's see. What is this? Oh, hey, yeah, I wanna shoot, baby. That's my, let's see. And my very favorite one, of course, everybody join in if you want to. On my mama, on my hood, I look fly, I look good.
Wish you would.
All right.
All right, I got mine.
Yeah, let's go. Let's
All
rock.
right. I don't know if y'all gonna know these songs, but Stomp. Lately I've been and it really got me down. All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
What
All
about
right.
that?
Okay.
Put your
My
hands
man that
together.
just passed. Frankie Beverly.
Okay.
You make me happy.
All right. Yeah.
Yes, you can.
Oh yeah.
All right. And LL, when I'm alone in my room, sometimes I stare at the wall. And in the back of the mind, I hear my
Gotcha, Lo.
eyes
Gotcha.
telling me I need a man.
What is a dub? But the first time in my life, I see I need love. All right.
All right. And 1, 2, 3 into the 4. Snoop Doggy Dogg. Dr. Dre is at the door. So back on it. And then the last one is I'm on some board with this one. The beans, greens, tomatoes, potatoes.
Okay. I'm about to go into my bag now. She took one of mine. I'm going to go right
Took one of mine too, and I only had 4.
What you got, MJ?
I'm just gonna say the song. That's all you're getting out of me. Let's say 12 play the whole album.
Okay.
You're nasty.
Give me one track. Give me one lyric, man. One lyric.
Are you? No. Let's see. Prince, International Lover. International. That's why I didn't do it.
All right.
International Lover. Prince, Lit to Red Corvette. You know, Red Corvette. I'm a Prince fan, so just go down the list. Morning, Noon, and Night You Give Me. See Bambi.
Who?
Bambi, Prince. Those.
Oh, okay.
That's all I got.
But you didn't say no intros. You said all the.
My voice, I can't tell no.
You thought all of you said all the chorus.
International Love.
I think that's the chorus, ain't it?
Yeah, but I can't sing that. My voice too raspy.
It's cool. It's cool. I understand.
All right, I think I might have 5. God. Oh, man. Yeah, I really did. I really did. All right, first one. It's part of that 12 play. Your mind is telling me no, but your body's telling me. Your body's telling me yes,
baby.
Exactly.
I ain't gonna hurt nobody.
Bracketeering.
God, dog. Terrible.
Prince's When Doves Cry, dig if you will, the picture.
Sure. Mind you engaged or something?
Goddamn y'all! Goddamn y'all made me set it off.
Ice Cube.
No Vaseline.
No Vaseline.
When that thing drop, boy, you just get cheers ready. Not the lyrics, but the beat of Hypnotize. Doom, 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 doom. When that hit,
Yeah.
you know, Biggie.
Oh,
Big
oh, yeah.
And then Rapper's Delight. I said a hip hop, the hip to the hip hop, and you don't stop or rock it to the bang bang boogie. Say up jumps the boogie to the rhythm of the boogie to beat. And see what you hear is not a test. I'm rapping to the beat. Boy, we can do that all
me,
night.
Crew, and my friends gonna try to move your feet. Hey,
We going back that far.
I am Wonder Mike, and I like to say hello.
Oh, yeah.
Honorable mention, Planet
Yeah,
Rock.
that's number 1, of course. But yeah, that's it. That's my 5.
All right, I'm gonna read some of these real quick.
Got nothing but a G thing. That was one of mine too.
Thing we don't talk about. Say, can you rock it like this? Can you rock it like this? I can rock it like that. Yes, sir. Run DMC, and then he got King of Rock. Run DMC. How do you want it? How do you feel, Tupac? Then he got Baby Got Back, Sir Mix-a-Lot. All right, Robbie had Mama Said Knock You Out. Oh, Happy Days. Okay. Happy Days. Oh, happy. Yes, sir. This Is How We Do It. Montel Jordan. Dang, that was one of mine, too. Groove Me. Guy. Groove Me. Oh, yeah, that's a good one there. Baby.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Tonight.
That whole album, boy. I still listen to that joint to this day.
Got Love on Top. Beyonce. And then she got another, and she got to go again. Oh, bad. What? No rapper can rap quite like I can. I take a muscle-bound man and put his face in the sand. That's the last mafioso on the MC cop. Make him say go LL into the wall.
Robbie, you know how to wound them up, don't you? You know how to get them wound.
Oh, man. That's my joint there. All right. Let's see here. She added, I don't see nothing wrong with a little bump and grind. Day after day, seem like I push against the clouds. They just keep blocking out the sun.
Frank, stupid.
Okay.
Frank, you see what Frank?
Gotcha. He said my six is intro to international players anthem. What other ones? Did I miss them? Lori Perry, Teddy Riley supports. Oh, delete. Yeah,
So delete that.
Where's the other ones? I don't see.
Yeah, I don't see your other ones, Frank.
Frank said the Beverly Hills mansion was the most famous mansion. Hey man,
I saw that.
You stupid.
The Beverly Hills mansion.
That's funny. I'll just try to make sure I don't miss any. All right. I'm going with You Remind Me of My G.
Good one.
I'm going to go, It's Been a Long Time. I should have left you without the read the day. All right. He said below Robbie. Where? Hold on. Let me make sure I don't miss. You see Frank's?
No, I see where he said my six is intro to the international players.
Down. That's the only one I see though. I'm going Dear Mama by Tupac. As I'm trying to still find Frank. Do y'all see Frank's in the comments?
I don't see it. That's it.
He said it was under Robbie's. I see Robbie, but I don't see his.
What?
That's Frank's? Okay, go.
That's Hit 'Em Up. That's Hit 'Em Up. Hit 'Em Up. The Tupac joint. That's Hit 'Em Up. Tupac was talking about faith.
What else he got?
Hello. Yeah. We're gonna leave Frank's first one out. Yeah. That's Get money. We'll do that for you. West Side Mo.
Wholesome may have been the wrong word. You're right. Wholesome may have been the wrong word.
Right.
It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazines.
Yeah.
Pop, salt, and pepper and heavy D up in the limousine. And then he has Box.
Who?
Box. That's
Box?
It. There's just that word Box. Yep. I guess that maybe
That's
it's
for-
that
that-
Roddy Ricch song.
That's for the movie.
And then I hear Dead People.
That's the new.
Kendrick Lamar.
That's the new. Yeah, new Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah. They not like us. Like boy.
Is that all his?
Yeah.
That's all of
and
them.
then I knew this girl named Nikki. Oh,
Ah.
Nikki.
Well, Frank, where your mind tonight, boy?
Right.
That little girl
That's what
she can say she was his face.
He hitting somebody else's girl. Now you talking about Nikki.
You was in Pornhub tonight, Frank. I didn't say it.
They give you everything you're looking for. Just type in editing.
Oh boy.
Cousin named booming at the door. You know what I'm saying?
All right, my number 4 is gonna be All Eyes on Me. My boy Tupac, my number 2 rapper of all time, and of course I got to always end with the GOAT, the one everybody said already. My radio, believe me, I like it loud. I'm the man with the box that can rock the crowd. Walking
that's how
down
it
the street
start.
from the hardcore creep while my JVC vibrates the concrete. I'm sorry if you can't understand, but I need a radio inside my hand. No mean to offend other citizens, but I kicks my volume way past 10. My story's rough, my neighborhood is tough, but I still sport gold and I'm out the crust. My name is Cool J, I devastate the show, but I couldn't survive without my
radio.
What? What? LL, the GOAT.
You still be playing that.
You
at,
bet
at
what?
The crib. I can
All
tell.
the time.
I can tell.
All the time.
Okay. That's what's up.
Absolutely. And I don't know if y'all heard the new LL, man.
Hey,
but he got
boy.
a new joint with Eminem.
Hey,
Yeah.
That junk is cold.
hey, did
boy.
I send you the thing about he talks about how they made it?
You did. I think you said I ain't get a chance to see
When
it.
they got there, M went in the room, did his track. L didn't know what he did. He walked in there and did his track. That's how they did
Really?
it. That's how they did it, bro.
That's how goats rock. Hey,
That's
that's
how
how
they
goats
did it.
rock, man.
Hey, bro.
Eminem a
joint's
bad
so
boy
fire.
too. That junk.
That joint-
That thing's
that
so
thing's-
hard, man. I saw the video the other day. Man, that video is cold.
And if you
bloody.
don't,
You ain't
I
seen-
mean,
you
if
got-
you
the video
listen,
is
and if you listen to
cold-blooded.
them words, man,
Oh, the words are ridiculous.
and he,
Yeah.
But then I listened to him
He
on
popping
Sirius
them.
Satellite. They did a album release, man. He went over all the lyrics and broke that junk down, man.
Yeah.
LL the GOAT, man.
He did a freestyle like some months back. I was like, he's back.
Any-
It was
anytime
like
he
before,
never left.
I was like, yeah.
He never left. He just went.
Okay,
back.
I wanted you meant Frank Box.
He just went to get some different money. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all.
This guy told.
What'd he do?
No comment.
You want to admit it?
No comment.
You don't want to admit it?
He gonna gloss over if LL had some work done.
No comment.
Okay.
That's the GOAT.
Okay.
You know what it is.
All right, so it looks like
Good for top five though. That was fun. That was
Yeah.
fun. That was
So-
That
fun.
would have been a good one.
so it looks like next week we're gonna get into the Diddler Chronicles a little deeper. We're gonna talk about the charges.
Yeah,
what we
let's
think
break,
about
let's
it.
break the actual charges down.
Let's break it down.
Yeah, let's break it down. Let it be broken.
Because the mind control thing is very interesting that you said that, because
It's a proven fact.
well, I'll say that for next week, but we're gonna talk a little bit about it after we get
Another
gone.
one, wrap it up.
But yeah, like I said, I didn't have anything, bro. I'm a regular working man right now, so I ain't doing too much right now. I do got some stuff coming out, but until I get the dates, I can't tell you. So yeah, that's gonna do it, man. So next week,
Hold on,
man,
my aunt put in
come
my
back.
love.
Okay.
I never find the words, my love, because if I don't say her, she gonna get on me. That's the only one I see, auntie. So if all you put, hold on. I gotta do this real quick, because I'll get a text message from her saying, you ain't read mine. This is mine, Olena. She
Frank.
said, I love you, Lord, for your mercy. Never fails me. Always and forever. Oh, man.
Oh, I know that
Always
one.
and forever. That's
Oh,
a good one now.
That's a great one.
Yes.
For all times,
That's some real music
got
right there,
chills.
boy.
you
Think
stood
about that
by me. Oh, Lord, my God. And when I am awesome, one to consider all the words thy hands made.
Well, that would
Man, I appreciate that, Auntie. That list
Look.
was beautiful.
always and forever got me through basic training. I was singing that thing about my girl back
My
home.
love. I never
Trying to make it
find
to the end.
words. Dang, who sing that song?
Okay.
My love. Who is that? I never find the words. No, that's a guy.
Ingram?
Is it Ingram?
Ingram.
Yeah.
I think it's Ingram. No. Is it? Might not be Ingram. Hold on. Deep voice.
I can see him too, man.
Me
I just
too.
can't doggone. Is that Billy Grant? What's it? Is that who is that?
I know. It's,
Which one is
My
my love?
love.
What song is that?
It's an
My
old school
love.
song.
Not
No, this is
that
an old.
one.
This is an
Oh,
old
no.
school. This back when they had albums. This is an
Right.
album. This is an
not-
album right here.
Oh, she's
It's not
talking about
Billy-
the
it's
whole
not Billy
album.
Ocean.
She's
No,
talking
Billy.
about-
It's something Graham. It's
But
not
it's
Billy
something
Graham.
It's not
something
Billy Graham. It's
No,
no. I gotta Google this.
Y'all talking
Larry
about-
Graham.
Larry Graham.
Larry Graham.
Y'all talking about my love?
Yeah.
How's it go?
Oh, there you go, Frank. Yeah, Larry Graham. Right? We finally got it out. That's how I go, but I don't want to sing it.
Old school slow song. Yeah.
I gave you the best I
the
can.
one
My
that-
love.
Look, I wouldn't know. Now, if you played
Okay.
it, I could sing it. I know the
Okay.
words by listening
Oh, the
to
song
it.
is-
but
is
just
beautiful.
sitting
Yes,
there coming
Larry
off the top
Graham.
of the dome. Yeah, Larry Graham. Larry Graham. That's who it is. La, 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 la. Frank said why is my Frank? You need to stop. Told me he getting ready for West Georgia homecoming.
Oh, yeah. 1 in a Million You. That's what the
That's
song.
it.
1 in a Million You.
Oh,
1 in a Million You.
Okay.
Larry Graham. Awesome song.
I was at the club years ago.
Chance.
As
we close out
of a lifetime. And
Don't close it. I'm gonna sing it. Go. Oh,
show compassion.
He gonna sing it.
and send to me a stroke of love for you. And we out. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo.
One in a million.
Hey, man, appreciate y'all, man. Early vote in 2 weeks in Georgia.
Chance of a lifetime. And I so compassion.